Hey lads, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I make a little bit of a video how to progress, how to sustain your maps, and we talk about a little bit about the Atlas passives, and I will also give you the Atlas passive tree that I am using, and I had very good success with it. Now once you complete the cruel difficulty, you will be transported to the Ziggurat refuge, and from there you will be introduced to the Atlas. You need to run at least one map from the map device in the Ziggurat refuge. If it is your first character, then you need to find a hideout, and we'll explain how we do that in a little bit, and then you can run maps out of your hideout. Now the Atlas starts from this point, and you can venture out in whatever direction you want, very close to the Atlas. I'm not sure if it's always east, but it will be very close to the center. It is the Burning Monolith. This is basically the area with the pinnacle boss that you can have. You just traverse into that. It's one of the main Atlas quests to find the 3 citadels, kill the bosses there, grab the 3 fragments, and then come into the Burning Monolith and put them, open the door, fight the boss, right? Now, when it comes to the Atlas, if you press here in the info, you can have this pop out, and it will explain what the icons above your maps are. We're gonna talk about a few of those right now, and I'm also gonna give you a little bit of a trick how you can actually unlock your Atlas passives for bosses a little bit faster than tier 15s as well. So let's go back to the Atlas and start explaining. Now, when you are actually moving away from the Atlas, there are gonna be a couple of buttons here on the screen that can get you to the Burning Monolith and to the starting point of the Atlas. As I said, you can actually start venturing whatever direction you go. When you complete one map, and that means that you are killing all the rares. Once the map that you are running has 200 or less monsters, the rares will appear with yellow skulls into your minimap, so you can track them down a little bit easier. And there are some maps like this one that have this kind of an icon, and that signifies that this one has a map boss. In those maps you need to kill all the rares and the map boss to complete the map. When it is completed, it's gonna become green. If you die inside the map, you lose all the icons, all the bonus that you have on top of your map, and also all the blue lines from the precursor emblems from the Lost Towers. We're gonna talk about them in a little bit. And your map is gonna say map attempted, so you need to go and run it again. We have 3 different colors on our maps. We have tier 1 to tier 5, the white maps, tier 5 to tier 10, the yellow maps, and tier 11 to tier 15, the red maps. And if you valor one of your tier 15 maps, you can actually have a chance to get a tier 16, which is the highest tier of map. Now, just to start with a little bit of a strategy how you proceed early on, you need to complete quests that say complete 10 tier 1 maps, complete 10 tier 2 maps, etc, and those go down. For the yellow maps you need 8 map completions, and for the red maps you need 6 map completions. Now keep in mind, those quests you can complete with higher tier maps. So if a map says you need 10 tier 5 maps, if a quest says 10 tier 5 maps to complete, you can actually use tier 6, tier 7, even tier 15. It doesn't really matter if you do higher maps, and each time you complete the quest you will be getting 2 Atlas passive points here. You complete all 15 quests, you're getting your 30 passive points. We're gonna talk about the Atlas 3 in a little bit, and same with the boss one. Now, once you start venturing out of the center of your map, my suggestion is that you try to find as many towers as possible. Run there efficiently without doing a lot of maps in between, a lot of extra branches, etc. Just run from tower to tower, completing your quest. And once you start doing yellow maps, and especially red maps, you will start using some of your precursor tablets on the Lost Towers. so that you can get extra juice on your Atlas, so that you can start sustaining a little bit easier. As you can see on some of my maps here that I have a lot of towers with a lot of emblems, you are getting a lot of bonuses, extra chance for waystones, gold, quantity, rarity, EXP. There are plenty of nice modifiers that you can roll for your maps. The precursor tablets are just tablets that you are dropping in your maps. You can transmute them and you can knock them. You cannot regal them. You cannot have rare ones. These just have two modifiers, and you just open up your lost tower. Let me see when I have here. Okay, there it is. We have one of them here, and you just influence. Now when you do that, some of the maps will get this yellow icon, the irradiation, that the implicit says 5 to 10 maps can get that one in the special occasion that the precursor tablet has dropped from a league mechanic like a bridge. These will give you extra bridges, expeditions, whatever the rituals, whatever the specific mechanic that dropped that tablet, right? The normal ones that they drop from everything, even things outside the Atlas, can drop you the normal emblems. They will just give you this irradiation, which is +1 level to your Atlas. Now there is a little bit of a trick that you can do with this +1 level. If you find a map that has a boss and also corruption, I did have one of those here. Yeah, that's the forge here. I believe I have another one that I can open up. We're gonna find it in just a little bit though. And you can do a little bit of a trick when it comes to the Atlas passives for bosses. Now those need to happen on maps about that they have a boss there. Once you kill the boss, a tome will drop. You pick up the tome, you use it, and you will be getting 2 passive points for your Atlas boss tree. There are 10 in total, and you need to complete those in specific area levels, which means that you need to take advantage of the irradiation and the corruption. For the maps, the corruption, they also increase +1 level to the area level of your map, right? Where is my boss map that I had for the video? I lost it because this is my second recording. There it is. So as you can see here, map boss, we have +1 and +1 from corruption. Now the first 2 passive points for your boss Atlas points, they require a level 79 plus area. If you put a tier 13 on this kind of map, you will see that you are getting 79 area. So completing this map and killing the map boss will drop you the tome for the first 2 points. And then you can do the same with a different map with tier 14 for the next ones, and same for tier 15. So you can start getting those passive points a little bit earlier. Those are pretty damn important and very good for your sustain as well, but also for your root drops on your map, because the bosses on maps are very good. They drop a lot of things. You can get rarity or quantity. I personally prefer rarity early on, and then you get the waystone. Now this is very important that because you can complete it, as I showed in tier 14, you can get your first 4 points and you can get there. Now after that, when you kill a map boss, it would drop like 3 to 5 waystones or something like that. So if you do that on a tier 15, you will be able to sustain tier 15s for basically free, as long as you can handle the boss. Now whatever node you are getting into this tree here, you will also be getting the small one, which is +1 map boss difficulty. You cannot avoid it. So it's +1 difficulty on your map bosses. Basically give them 1 extra modifier from the rare monster modifier pool. This is not a very good design. I personally don't like it very much, because you can get, you know, mana siphoners, energy seal on some bosses. They become really annoying sometimes. They become unkillable, very tanky. But a couple of difficulty levels are pretty easy for most builds. After that, you need a little bit of a decent build to handle them. Now let's talk about your Atlas passives. As you can see here, this tree will be below on a link if you want to follow it. I have had a lot of success with this tree. I tried a whole bunch of things, local knowledge here and other things in the Atlas. This is just a generic tree. It's not a specific for some kind of mechanic. I'm gonna do more Atlas strategies, and I'm gonna present them to you once I have some that I feel like I would like to share them. Now, other than that, we want map sustain. So early on, you wanna get the chance for your waystones to drop as higher tiers, so that you can actually go into the next quest of your Atlas. The notables here, right here, this is the extra quantity of your waystone. Try to get that a little bit early. After you have like a couple of those nodes here, you can start going for the extra quantity of waystones. The extra rarity of waystones means that they will be dropping, you know, magic or rare. They're gonna have more modifiers. That means more juice for your map. This is very nice, especially early on if you don't have a lot of currency to roll your maps. It's just extra currency saving you a little bit there. And this is also very important for your waystones to drop as higher tiers. Now, I do get a little bit of extra quantity and a little bit of extra effect for the explicit modifiers. The more modifiers on a map, the more waystone drop chance you will be getting, and these amplify that even more. Now, after you get a little bit of sustain for your waystones, another very good thing to do in your maps is juice up your rare monsters. Rare monsters in your maps are the thing that you want to fight the most. They are those that drop your most loot, a lot of currency, good rare items, etc, etc. So you want to get more of them from Rising Danger. You want to duplicate one of them from Twin Threats. Some maps, especially early on, they might have like 4 or 5 rares. So this is basically like 20-25% more rare in your map, right? Later down the line, if you do more juice maps, you can actually drop it and grab something else. Don't feel, obligated to follow exactly the same thing. Just try your own thing. After that, I'm juicing a little bit the magic monsters. The magic monsters also drop you a little bit better items from the white ones, and they're also better EXP, although the best EXP that you gain is from rare monsters. And then I'm going down here, grabbing the Deadly Evolution, very apt name for that keystone, because your rares getting 1 or 2 additional modifiers means they're gonna be more dangerous, but they're also gonna be very, very, very much more rewarding. They're gonna drop you a lot of good currency, more exalts, more regals, more alchemy orbs, val orbs, etc, etc. So it's very good as long as you can actually handle them. Keep in mind that your essences in your maps, they're also rare monsters. They're not unique monsters like they were in PoE 1, so they can actually be affected by things like that, right, in your Atlas passive tree. And same from the precursor emblems. Up here we have 10% for essence, and the last 2 points I grabbed this one so that my essence have like 2 or 3 essence inside of them. It's not amazing, it's not fantastic, but it's just a little bit of a generic thing. Feel free to grab anything you want. You can get more tablets from here if you wish. I have tried local knowledge. It is very nice for SSF players especially. I didn't find it extremely useful in my case, but if you want to target specific things like getting more trials to drop, you can grab local knowledge and go do desert biome maps. As you can see here, the Atlas is separated. Right now the biomes are fairly small. As you can see, like this is a corrupted biome, and it only has 2 corrupted maps, right? There are a few of those things around here. Some biomes are a little bit better, like the desert here, or some mountains, but generally speaking, the biomes are not really very well separated right now, and it's not amazing. So I'm not really doing a lot of things in the biomes specific farm right now. If you want to go for it, you can do that. One other thing about your hideouts, especially early on, you need to find a map that has a hideout icon. If you find it here, this is the let's say like a spear. This is the hideout map icon. Once you complete that map, basically it's a very small map that has a few packs of monsters and a couple of rares. Once you complete it, you unlock your hideout. I have probably a couple of those maps around here. But my Atlas, yeah, there you go. This is the limestone. There are 4 hideouts that you can find. If you go to your alpha, you can select your hideouts. I found 3 or 4, 3 out of 4. I haven't found canal yet, even though I have unlocked a huge amount of my atlas, but it is where it is. We're gonna find them in due time. Other than that, try to go from tower to tower. Once you start getting some precursor emblems, start juicing your maps, you will be getting a lot more drops out of your maps with the extra content rarity and also a lot more EXP, better sustain for your maps as well, very very important. And take advantage of the little trick for the boss difficulty. If you can find some of those maps, keep in mind the precursor emblems, the maps that they affect from the implicit, as you can see here, bridges, irradiation, expedition, whatever, they cannot hit the completed maps that you have on your atlas. So if you want to hit specific maps around the tower, you just complete the rest and then you add the tablet on your tower, right? So if I don't want this map, for example, here, Steam Springs, to hit with a bridge because maybe it's a bad layout, it's a closed layout, and I don't want it, I'm gonna complete it first, and then I'm gonna drop the influence there on the tower, right? I hope those things help you a little bit to progress through your atlas. And yeah, keep in mind, you can venture out whatever way you want. It doesn't really matter. The atlas is basically infinite. Eventually, you do want to actually find the citadels and clear the bosses, grab the fragments, and go to the monolith here to open up your final boss. I hope this helps a little bit. If you do have any questions, please drop them below in the comments. Do like the video if you like it, and subscribe to the channel for more content. I will catch you in the next one. Thank you very much, guys.